My name is Lindsey, and I have lived with migraine for over 30 years. I've also been blessed to be a teacher for 24 years. I think the biggest challenges as teaching is we're not really in a migraine-free or a migraine-friendly environment. Thinking about managing migraine throughout the school day, I think you have to prepare for the unexpected and then as best you can, and then know the things that work for you. So I developed a migraine kit for myself, and I think lots of people probably have something similar. But it was very important to me that in my classroom I had all the things that I could use. I have a device I can wear on my arm and still walk around teaching. I would keep earplugs, an eye mask in case I need to go to the nurse's office, and that's a place I could lay down. I kept food. I always had water in my room, then having needed medications. I'd also recommend anybody, if your migraine, you're not with your family, that your coworkers, somebody has your health plan as well. So what are your medications? What are your allergies? So I put that in my kit as well. The other piece is feeling guilty if I'm out and not being what I need to be for my students. So there is a lot of guilt that comes with migraine. Even as compassionate as those students and their parents were, it's still there. Your students are your students. They're your kids as well. So then I shared with them what happens when I get a migraine, what the symptoms are, and went over, if I do need to go, I will be okay and I will come back. I'm convinced that I had every student that had a headache disorder placed in my classroom because I was like, I have you all. So that was kind of funny, but I thought, well, that's reaffirming. At least I am taking care of these kids. So hopefully that's why they keep giving them to me. Over the years, I think my emotions definitely became more difficult to manage also because I just felt so guilty. I felt so guilty for missing so much school or for not being with my students because they really are close to your heart. These students are students we call our kids. And so it was emotional for me not to be there. And then one of my roughest years, I had a student write me a note, "You're still my favorite teacher ever, even though you're not always here." I was like, oh my goodness. So, so I think that's hard. That can be and that's emotional, it's just very hit you in the face that you're not where you want to be all the time at that time. I would love to encourage teachers living with migraine to continue to answer that call. If they feel called to teach, then I would encourage them to continue to do that, but to also work with a big support system so that you can do that. Have a doctor that you trust. Don't settle for somebody that doesn't really know about how to treat your migraine. And I think as teachers, we can get kind of isolated in our classrooms, but you have to be intentional about connecting with other staff. So I think I would really encourage someone starting out to have those connections because they can make all the difference. And grace, that word, we all need grace. We give it, as teachers, we give it to students all the time, but we don't always give it to ourselves.